Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. I have a fun project to share with you that uses Designer Series paper. Surprise, surprise. I think I'm starting to become the Designer Series paper quick and easy card maker. I love Designer Series paper, and I love when you can use it as the focal point of your card and just add a greeting. And that's what we're going to do today. So it'll give me a chance to show you one of the brand new Designer Series papers. I have some fun tips to share with you as well for using ribbon. I hear all the time that people struggle with bows. Well, I kind of have a solution for you and how I like to put little bows on, and it's kind of a little secret trick, we'll call it. So before I get started, just in case you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that has sent you the brand new catalog, I would love to be your demonstrator. Hop over to my website and you can request a catalog over there. There'll be a link right down there in the description of this video to get you over there, and then just click on catalogs. Or if you have any questions or I can help you in any way, make sure to reach out to me. Leave me a comment or message me. I'm happy to help you with all your stamping needs. Now, would you like to see the project I have for you today? Let's get started. You know, every time a new catalog starts, I think I feel just as overwhelmed as you do. I want to just share everything at once. So it's really hard for me to kind of pace myself and think I have a whole year to share all these products with you. But today I want to focus on a quick and easy project using Designer Series paper. You know, once again, Stampin' Up! Completely outdid themselves with so many gorgeous Designer Series papers. Now, I know a lot of you are still asking, am I doing a paper share? And the answer is yes, 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 I am. However, I am going to wait until August because right now with everything that's going on in the world, we still have potential for back orders with some of our Stampin' Up! Products and so forth. So I really didn't want to do the paper share and then not be able to get all of the papers. But let me tell you, it will be so worth waiting for. My paper share is completely different than anyone else the way they do it. I send you card bases with it. So for every piece of paper, and if you're not familiar with the paper share, basically you're going to get a 4x6 piece of every single paper of these brand new papers. This is where mine is different. You get that 4x6 piece of each Designer Series paper, you know, one of each of the prints in each pack, but you also get a coordinating card base. Now, new this year, I am also going to give you a tutorial that will show you cutting diagrams as well as pictures of several cards for each one, but 10 different layouts that you can do with your paper share. So I'll show you how to use those pieces in the card bases to make quick and easy cards. So wanted to just tell you about that. Now, the paper we are using today is Flowers for Every, what do they call it? Flowers for Every Season. I'm still struggling with all the names here. But look at all these gorgeous fun flowers. Now, these are using all of the in colors, the brand new colors. So I just love the color palette. Now, I know this looks pretty busy when you see them all like that, but I also love that when you flip them over, you get more subtle prints. And so this is perfect for the card layout I have for you today because I kind of like to mix and match pieces with a more busy piece and then a more subtle piece. So that is what that paper looks like. Let's just set that aside and bring in the pieces that we're going to use for the card I'm making today. Now make sure you stay with me all the way to the end because you're not going to want to miss the ribbon trick I have for you. So I have two pieces here, and these are cut 4 by 3 1/4 and 4 by 2. Now don't worry about these measurements because they will be over on the website. Again, just follow the link right down there, and well, I guess it would be more that way, description of the video, and you'll be able to see pictures of the cards. I have about 5 different cards to share with you. You'll see pictures and all the measurements. I like to call it the card recipe. So that'll all be over there for you. So we're just gonna set those aside. And then I do have a 4 1/4 by 11. Now remember, when you're cutting your card base, it's just a half sheet of cardstock. So you can cut it the long way at 4 1/4 or the short way at 5 1/2, and you'll get the same size card ultimately. But whenever you cut it this way, the long way at 4 1/4, paper doesn't fold as good that way. So I always make sure I score it. You know, sometimes the other way I don't, but this way I feel like you really need to score it at that 5 1/2 to get a good fold in there. And then when you score, remember the raised edge goes to the inside. And because I like that real crisp fold, I also like to use my bone folder. So there we go, our card base. And then all we're going to do is take our pieces of designer series paper here. So we have 4 3 1/4, and we will go ahead and stick that on the top half here. And then we'll use this piece and put our adhesive on there. And we'll put this one. Now, sometimes I don't cut totally perfect. So if you have to overlap those pieces just a little bit to get, you know, kind of an eyeballed same, you know, border all the way around, do that. But there's the front of our card. Now, what's fun about this little design layout, you could do the card this way, or you could do the card that way. So whichever way you prefer. For this one, I think we'll go in that direction. Now, the next thing we're going to do is use some ribbon. And this is where I said my ribbon trick. Now, I struggle tying bows when I just wrap it around and tie a bow. Unless it's like the polka dot toile works really good, or linen or baker's twine. Both of those work really good. So with this, it's not too bad, but I still struggle with it. So what I like to do is just take 2 little pieces of Scotch tape, and I am going to wrap this around, and I want it to come right over the seam there. So we're going to put that there along with a little piece of Scotch tape. And then this one, I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to trim it off right about that same spot. Whoops. And we'll use this other piece of Scotch tape and go ahead and stick that right there. Now, I know that looks kind of ugly, but we're going to fix it, okay? But before we do that, we're going to switch over and do our greeting. So I just have a stamp all ready to go here called Thanks So Much. Now, if you look through the catalog, you might not be able to find this stamp set. It's probably my favorite greeting stamp set. Thank goodness it's still in the catalog because I used it so much last year, but it's actually part of the Looking Up card kit. Love this card kit, but I probably more so love the stamp set. So after you've made the cute cards in it, this has become my staple stamp set as far as just adding basic greetings. So we've done that, and then I am going to take my tailored tag punch, and we'll just go ahead and center that in there. You know, there's several of these like label type punches, and I like to use those a lot. I think I marked my catalog with that as well. Flip it over here. Here's that tailored tag one, but I love all of these different label ones to just cut out your greeting. So it just adds something a little bit more than just a plain old circle or, you know, a square or whatever. So we'll go ahead now and use dimensionals. Now, because of this ribbon and stuff on here, to make sure this sticks down really good, I always try to put the dimensionals on the top and the bottom. So it's kind of like they straddle that ribbon, and it'll stick down to that cardstock really good. So there's that part. Now it's cute as it is, but I want to put a little bow right here. Now I will admit I do cheat a little bit. Quite a few years ago, long time ago, a friend of mine gave me this bow maker, and it's just dowels, so they can move to make, you know, whatever size bow you want. I know you can find these like on Etsy and stuff, or you can have someone make you one if you want, but it makes the most perfect bows. You just wrap it around and then take it to the front and bring it through. And then we just kind of snug that up like so, and then we slide it off, and we get our perfect bow every time. Now I'm going to just take my scissors here, and we're going to snip off those ends. And then what I do, let's see, I don't know, this bugs me. I like to get the ends about the same. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I have found the best way to do this is I'm going to just adhere it right over that ribbon that we did wrap around. And so it really does give the appearance that the ribbon was wrapped around and then tied into a bow. So we're going to just use a glue dot, and it will stick right to that ribbon. And we're just going to stick it on there. Now look at the difference that made. Now let me show you the other cards that I made. So all of these use different pieces of that designer series paper. And I just kind of mixed and matched again with a busy one, okay, along with a more subtle print. And then I used all different greetings from that stamp set. So there we've got a couple, happy birthday, feel better. I think I've used all of them that are in that stamp set. And you can also see I use different ones of those label punches. So see the different shapes on those. Tailored tag punch is the one that's kind of my go-to. I grab that one all the time, but I thought I would venture out and use these as well. So there you go. A quick and easy layout idea that you can use any designer series paper with. Don't be hoarding your papers. So many pretty papers. Make cards. Use the paper as the focal point, and then just go ahead, add a greeting on it, and you're ready to go. So once again, sit tight waiting for that paper share. I will be sharing information mid to late July about the paper share, but I just know you are going to love it. I don't have all the details worked out yet as far as costs, so sit tight on that, but you'll be able to get paper from a piece of all the different papers along with the card bases. So this will be one of the cards that will be part of that tutorial to show you how easy it is to use those designer series papers on your projects. So if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me. I would love to help you. And again, if you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be that person. The brand new catalog is now live. You can order from it. And I truly appreciate it when you select me to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and order from me. That's what allows me to be able to do these videos for you all the time. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.